ripsquad / whitearmor / shinju type beat. Let's get it. Probably want to start with some sort of a pluck at first, and here's a little tip. You can choose a sound that has like a lot of delay and reverb like on it, or just put like a lot of reverb and delay and then make the melody. So yeah, here's this little pattern I made. It doesn't necessarily follow a chord progression, it's just kind of like notes, you know, just do whatever sounds good. And I put some halftime on it, just like default settings, and then some OTT and some EQ just to cut out the lows. Always cut out the lows when you're making the melody, it's really important. Then I actually got a guitar one shot, and it sounds like this. It's a really simple pattern. It again does not really follow a chord progression, it just kinda exists. I added a guitar rig on it. If you don't have a guitar rig, then you can just do some like fruity fast distortion or something, and some delay, which also acts like a reverb. Supermassive is such a goated plugin. It's kind of like a delay and reverb in one. It sounds really cool. So basically for the EQ, you just like open the EQ too, right? And just like whatever sounds bad, you just kind of cut it out, right? So then I got another plug. This time it's from Serum. And again, it does not follow a chord progression. It just kind of exists. But it sounds cool, right? If you have different plugs following like different notes, then it's gonna sound like harmonious and cool together, right? Let me play it. And the reverb and delay really plays a key role here, so remember to add these. Then I added a really simple respace that follows this chord progression. It's really generic. It's so generic in fact that you can just copy it, nobody will notice. And also we have a lead which also has a ton of reverb and delay. You're gonna notice a pattern here, okay? Reverb and delay are your best friends. So it's again, Serum preset and delay. Wow, Supermassive is so goated. I actually put a guitar rig on that one. I just kind of thought I would put guitar rig, why not? Now I think that's probably illegal because it's not a guitar. And then I actually put this cool pattern, okay? This one I actually put some thought into it. It's the chord progression, but it's like it's got this cool effect on it. I'm gonna show you how I made it. So I first put in some portal, which probably isn't important. Yeah, it's probably not important, but just in case you want to know the preset, it's rave. I don't know. I just put a random one, okay? But yeah, that portal isn't really important. What is important is the gross beat, okay? We have the 1 beat gate, which is from the default preset. If you load up gross beat, then you're gonna have this preset like right there. And there's another preset also from the default one, but I modified it a little bit. So we have the basic 10. But I also added this curve right here, right? So how you can do it is like you normally have it like this. So you can just pull it up a little bit and then have it right click and single curve. And you can just adjust this right here. And we also have some EQ to cut out the lows. Again, really important to cut out the lows. And we have our last sound from the melody, which is sort of like a brass synth. Okay, not really a brass synth. So this again follows the chord progression that I set with the bass. And guess what? Again, it has a lot of reverb and delay. And again, it's Valhalla Supermassive. Did I mention that plugin is free? Bro, this is such a gem. For the melody, that's pretty much it. And it sounds like this. Okay, so very spacious and ambient. That's like what the reverb and delay does, okay? So I'm not saying overuse reverb and delay, but definitely use it a lot and just see if it makes your melody better, you know? Then we get to the drums, and I usually won't like to start with the 808 just because like it follows the chord progression, right? So here's the pattern I made. It's incredibly simple, right? I don't even have any effects on the 808, so it's just that. And I have it sidechained to the kick. Here's a simple sidechain. Then we have some hi-hats going on. These are really simple, but I made some like volume automations here, and just like a pitch down. And then we have the claps, you know, just the simplest pattern ever. Now I added some open hats, which kind of just cut off right in the middle of them. So they could make it like a cool effect thing. And we also have the snare, which plays a really simple pattern, and that's pretty much it for the drums. Again, it's a really simple beat. Honestly, beats for ripsquad are really simple. They're really similar to trap beats normal, but we have like the usual chord progressions that you will use kind of for EDM. Just honestly more happier chord progressions rather than just dark. And don't forget the risers. Risers are really important because they build the tension in the beat. So I put some risers like this and a camera flash. I really like using this one effect sound in particular with some delay on it. It's gonna be in my drum kit. I'm gonna have a free drum kit thing, so yeah, stay tuned. And that's honestly it. It's a simple beat, but usually if you're a producer, you don't have to overcomplicate things, right? You just make a simple melody, make simple drums. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, then put them in the comments, I'll answer them. And stay tuned, I actually have to go to school right now, so yeah, see you.